I hope you are doing well. Thank you for joining us.
My name is Lavinia. I started playing the violin since I was 5 years old. I enjoy playing the violin because it allows me to imitate a beautiful human singing voice with my bow. And I also love how I can play high pitches that most of the other instruments cannot do.
I'm Jocelyn, and I'm a second-year cellist at UCLA. I began learning the cello when I was 10. And I fell in love with its ability to produce a warm, rich tone in the lower ranges. And sing a clear, beautiful melody in the higher ranges.
Hi everyone, I'm Kelsey. I play the piano and I started playing this instrument when I was 5 years old. I love this instrument because I can play multiple voices and create conversation within my own instrument.
The music we are going to talk about and play for you today was written 225 years ago by Austrian composer Joseph Haydn.
When we pick up our instruments, we're like actors putting on a costume.
We have to embody the characters given to us by the composer.
No play is complete without an audience, so we'd like to invite you all to join us as we reenact Haydn's trio.
But wait, I think our play is missing something. What does every play need in order to show where the characters are?
I think we need a set or background to make this play come alive.
If the Haydn Trio was a play, the opening scene is the melody we are about to play for you.
Help us choose a scene. As you listen, I would like you to imagine what the scene might look like. Are you most likely able to visualize image A or image B? Image B with the green grass and warm sun is what the scene makes us feel.
The background fits the melody's warm and playful character that you can hear in the smooth legato bowing of the violin.
Now that we have built the set, let's think about the actors and the characters we embody.
How does Haydn's music transform three instruments into characters conversing in a play?
Since this is a play, let's enter Haydn's mind.
To write a play, we'll need different characters interacting with each other, or else we'll have no storyline.
With its singing characteristic, the violin is the main character who openly sings the melody with the piano. as if someone is spreading happiness and hope. Her high-pitched voice and smiles brightens up every corner, catching everyone's attention.
The cello is like her older sister, constantly helping and supporting her. While the violin is freely playing the melody, the cello provides a warm, rich bass line, carrying out her role as an older sister, making sure she never falls and continues to bring happiness to everyone.
This play has so many great characters. Remember that the piano can have multiple voices and act as two people, so I'm adding two more characters. One person has a lower voice, and the other has a higher voice. The person with the lower voice speaks with the cello and is also like a supportive friend. The higher voice speaks with the violin. They're both speaking the same sentence, and together both are very happy.
Now let's move on to the next section. What different attitudes can Haydn give to the characters in his music? This next section seems to introduce a little difficulty into the plot, a little crisis. Perhaps you can hear the differences in the way the characters respond to this crisis. Maybe they become upset and even angry, or maybe they remain calm, positive, and sunny under pressure.
Which do you hear in this next passage of music? And what's in the music give it that attitude? It sounded to me as if the violin is upset.
Let's take a look at some musical characteristics that are featured on the violin.
The cello and piano, on the other hand, sound like they're able to remain calm when faced with this crisis. This can be heard through the strong, steady chords that they play together. Now let's listen to the musical characteristics played in the cello and piano. The two main characteristics are that they play short, steady eighth note chords together, and that they are more articulated. Now, let's listen to the next section. Now it's the supportive character speaking and responding to the main character. First, let's think about what the piano sounds like. Are they playing a lot of fast or short notes? Does it sound happy like the beginning section? The answer is that it sounds happy like the beginning.
Now, let's think about how the piano is responding to the main character's statement. Is it the same tone of speech? I'd say it's using the same type of passionate, eloquent speech to respond to the violin. However, it sounds a tad bit different. Why? Let's think back to the question we posed in the beginning. How do we respond to a crisis? In this case, the violin became upset. In contrast, the cello and piano responded in an optimistic and happy way like the beginning, as if they're reassuring that everything would be okay again.
As a recap, here are some things that we covered.
We are now going to play this whole piece for you. Make sure to listen for these conversations between these characters as they interact with each other throughout this play.
As you listen, please think about how each instrument's tone changes through the conversation. I hope you will enjoy the Haydn trio as much as we do.
Thanks.